If Disney World is the happiest location on Earth, the Burj Al Babas could be the eeriest. A strange and spooky sight awaits visitors who walk a few kilometers south from Mudurnu, a town in northwestern Turkey. Burj Al Babas, originally envisioned as a European-inspired paradise in the heart of the Middle East, today stands as a symbol of unfulfilled hopes and economic hardship. The town is replete with half-finished, completely abandoned mini castles, which are 587 in total. However, like most ghost towns, it was not meant to be this way. In truth, Burj Al Babas was designed as a sumptuous, majestic urban development with the appearance of regal living for anyone ready to pay anywhere from $370,000 to $500,000 for their own small palace. The project developer, Sarot Group, most likely had the right idea when they chose a castle community for their latest attempt. After all, while European monarchies' power and influence over their respective countries' politics have waned in recent years, their beautiful chateaus, castles, and palaces have persisted. Something about the house's evident richness and splendor makes them really ageless. Thus, it made some sense. Foreigners with tons of money bored in the south of France or the northeastern edge of Spain could enjoy the Mediterranean climate from Gothic-style rooftop terraces overlooking the lush Turkish woodland. Not to mention that the location for the miniature kingdom had an added appeal. Located in the Roman spa town of Mudurnu, which is well known and adored for its hot springs and purported healing waters, each house would have underfloor heating and jacuzzis on every level. Even in its current stage, the ambition for Burj Al Babas is clear: European luxury in the Middle East. But where did it all begin from? The Burj Al Babas housing complex began with a fairly unique concept, which was more than 700 similar chateaux, on a smaller scale of course, would be built in the countryside of central Turkey. However, the desire of buying a Turkish chateau is now at risk after the developer declared bankruptcy. The estate started building in 2014, and the houses are all at various levels of completion. According to a source, the developer Sarot Group filed for bankruptcy in 2019 with $27 million in debt, which now makes Burj Al Babas as one of the world's most distinctive ghost towns. By the early 2000s, Mudurnu and its thermal springs had piqued the interest of property developers and investors, including the Sarot Properties Group, which had already developed 2 thermal springs hotels in the vicinity. Sarot's next great concept was Burj Al Babas, with a collection of magnificent holiday houses targeted to wealthy Arab consumers. The plan initially included an extravagant Turkish bath, a shopping and entertainment complex, and more. But the idea wasn't appreciated much. Several organizations of Mudurnu people immediately expressed their strong objections to the plan. Though some saw the development as a source of employment that may help the local economy, many disliked its near-complete disrespect for the region's existing cultural history and the potential impact on local infrastructure. They planned something that they thought would please their envisaged customers, with no regard to the cultural clash with the history of Mudurnu, said Asa Egi Yildirim, an urban planner specializing in heritage conservation and a consultant to the directorate. It doesn't really matter that this monster isn't in a direct line of vision with Mudurnu because a wood-covered hill lies between. Yet, they still went ahead to get started. Despite the objections, Sarot's proposal began in 2014 with approximately $200 million invested on the construction of 587 of the intended 732 villas. However, when the financial crisis struck in 2018, with the housing market and global economy deteriorating and the Turkish lira losing value, Sarot declared bankruptcy. Work on the property came to a standstill. Although many of the villas appear to be finished from the outside, none of the essential infrastructure has been installed. Now it appears that Burj Al Babas has evolved into a unique tourist attraction, a peculiar stop for visitors to Old Mudurnu and the lovely Lake Soluklu nearby. However, the story doesn't finish with an expensive ghost town. Sarot emerged from bankruptcy in 2020, optimistic that it could sell enough villas, 100 according to their estimates, to repay its debt and continue growth. Yildirim believes that there are several conceivable outcomes for what will happen next. Depending on Nova's plans, Burj Al Babas may remain a ghost town and an unusual pricey tourist attraction for that reason alone. Alternatively, Nova could opt to go forward and finish all aspects of the vast development. Finally, she wonders if it may move forward with what he refers to as a rehabilitated design, with superfluous units removed and architectural changes made to mitigate the kitsch effect. It is still unclear if the project can or should be rescued. Thus, what will happen next? As the years passed and the project approached completion, the dream began to disintegrate. Financial difficulties hampered progress, compounded by slumps in the economy and political instability. The once booming real estate market has failed, leaving Burj Al Babas in limbo. The investors fled, leaving a ghost town haunted by the echoes of their broken dreams. Today, the Burj Al Babas stands as a strange tribute to the futility of human aspiration. Rows of abandoned villas flank the streets, their facade a testament to the passage of time. Windows look out like lifeless eyes, while doors creak on worn hinges as if welcoming guests into a world stuck in time. Exploring the alleyways of Burj Al Babas is like going back in time, with spooky apparitions lingering in the air. The silence is intense, punctuated only by the whistling of wind through its empty halls and the occasional creak of a deteriorating structure. Nature has begun to recover its area, with vines climbing walls and wildflowers blooming in the ruins. Venturing inside one of the villas shows an unnerving solitude. Once grand interiors are now in ruins, with expensive furnishings reduced to dust and decay. Chandeliers hang skewed from the ceiling, their crystal prisms tarnished by years of neglect. Marble floors are cracked and fractured, and the walls carry the scars of time, with peeling paint and crumbling plaster. So, will it ever be finished? As mentioned earlier, the future of Burj Al Babas is still not certain, as its construction never fully reached to an end, and it also has become a warning to other businesses in Turkey's debt-ridden construction industry. With the full construction of 587 buildings out of 732, the company is not sure what to do next, as the debt is still not paid back, even as investors and buyers withdrew their money in 2019. In 2001, many people believed it was only a bump in the road and that the Burj Al Babas would be completed eventually. Of course, the pandemic disrupted many people's lives and the initiative was abandoned. While it is possible that the project will continue, it appears doubtful at this time. The construction proposal has long been opposed by the local community of Mudurnu, who argue it is incompatible with the area's ancient architecture, which includes Byzantine buildings, typical Ottoman wooden dwellings, and a 600-year-old mosque. It remains to be seen what the future holds for this remarkable complex, as well as if residents in the adjacent villages will enable Burj Al Babas to be built to completion. For those daring enough to walk its streets, Burj Al Babas provides a peek into the fragility of human ambition, as well as the ephemeral nature of wealth and power. It's a cautionary story engraved in stone and mortar, a reminder that even the most ambitious dreams can fail in the face of reality. And yet, amidst the rubble, there's a glimmer of hope that the ghost town of Burj Al Babas may emerge from the ashes, a tribute to the human spirit's endurance and the lasting power of hope. What are your thoughts on it? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more such amazing content. Thanks for watching.